Hello, welcome to our session discussing resilience, our own and our team. We're going to look at their interrelation and the importance of investment in both. Feel free to pause the video at any point to spend more time on the page or to take notes. First of all, let us ensure that we all understand what resilience is and is not. Resilience is developed over time, something that you cultivate, attitudes and skills that can be learned and practiced, a universal human ability to thrive despite setbacks, developing a positive outlook to view challenges as opportunities for growth, development, and learning. It is helpful to appreciate this and know that yes, it can be developed, strengthened, and like any skill will become part of your everyday practice the more you use it. Remember, excellence is a habit. So let's take this knowledge now to the workplace. Dr. Rebecca Barron identifies 4 key areas of workplace resilience that help individuals and teams adapt, recover, and thrive in the face of workplace stress and adversity. Those key areas are purpose, perspective, control, and connection. Let us examine closer what the 4 key areas of workplace resilience actually mean to us. Purpose: having a clear sense of meaning and direction in your work, feeling that your role contributes to something bigger, aligning personal values with professional goals. Perspective: the ability to reframe challenges and maintain a balanced outlook, viewing setbacks as opportunities for growth, practicing optimism, self-compassion, and acceptance of what can't be controlled. Control: focusing on what you can influence, managing your workload, boundaries, and energy, feeling empowered to make choices and take action. And connection: building supportive, trusting relationships at work, feeling a sense of belonging and psychological safety, seeking and offering help, empathy, and encouragement. These 4 areas provide a practical framework for individuals and organizations aiming to build resilience, reduce burnout, and foster a healthier work environment. We all need an element of challenge in our lives to enable us to function to our potential. But if challenge levels get too high or stressful, our performance suffers and we become disorganized and anxious. We would like to now introduce you to the zone of tolerance. The white areas running through the center represents your optimal zones of tolerance, where a person can function most effectively. When we are operating within this area, you can think clearly, manage your emotions, and respond to stress in a flexible and adaptive way. We must all try to keep resetting our tolerance zones to this central area by utilizing our coping strategies and organizational skills. You can see in the diagram how the zones above and below have a dynamic impact on you and your performance. By checking and resetting, you can help improve your performance and well-being as an individual and as part of the team. You will also be helping others around you to perform more optimally. When we stretch above the optimal zone, you can see that we are more at risk of displaying fight or flight mode, anxiety, panic, anger, overwhelmed. Our body is tense and the heart rate increases. It's more difficult to focus or stay calm. However, when we sink below the optimal zone, you can see and perhaps now already understand what is prone to happen. We can be at risk of freeze, shutdown mode, numbness, disassociation, fatigue, depression, disengagement, lack of motivation, and even having a feeling of disconnection from ourselves or others. As in all things, balance is essential, and developing the practice of frequently analyzing which zones you or your teammates are operating is a very useful tool to help you all remember that by readjusting to the optimal zone, you will be better able to cope and perform when challenged. When experiencing stretch in a role, It's normal to experience periods of self-doubt. It's normal. As you become more educated and experienced in that task or situation, the stretch perception is reduced and self-confidence grows. By using reflection, you can enhance this as you see your journey and the hurdles you jumped or stumbled along the way to becoming more confident in that situation. Using the Gibbs cycle, you can quickly jot progression. Stress reactions do not necessarily mean you cannot rise to a new challenge. Periods of self-doubt are normal. Living constantly between stretch and panic carries a very high burnout risk. Conversely, just remaining in your comfort zone is likely to lead to stagnation. The longer an individual or group has been left to operate in their comfort zone, the more likely it is that even a small challenge will result in stress reactions. When you provide a stretch or challenge, you need to consider how the individual or team can access support and direction to rise to the challenge. Stretch is important and can help build resilience. However, we all need respite, and there are many times when working in our comfort zone can allow us to recharge our energy. Recognize this as a strategy to recharge and reset, bringing new energy to you and your team. What can you do to help yourself and others in your team to restore and maintain the zone of tolerance? This shows the interrelationship between the self, the team, and the task to be performed. The needs of each must be regularly reviewed and modified according to the pressures and challenges to avoid failure in any of the circles. Just like a muscle, resilience needs training, stretching, strengthening, and movement. If left unused, the rest of the body suffers and the performance and capability is impaired. And so it is that the team needs resilience investment by all members to maintain its coordination and performance. Christopher Glazer from the World Bank program Greater Than Leadership discusses that there are 7 C's of team resilience: competence, confidence, connection, character, contribution, coping, and control. It's useful for you to look at the team you are working in and apply the 7 C's to your team. Are there areas for investment or improvement? If so, discuss these. Try to understand that people learn in different ways, have different ways of processing situations and information. They all contribute in different ways, which when recognized, understood, and celebrated can really provide success, well-being, growth, and improvement in a team. The 4 key components of personal resilience are: confidence. Having feelings of competence, effectiveness in coping with stressful situations, and strong self-esteem are inherent to feeling resilient. The frequency with which individuals experience positive and negative emotions is also key. Social support. Building good relationships with others and seeking support can help individuals overcome adverse situations rather than trying to cope on their own. Adaptability. Flexibility and adapting to changing situations which are beyond our control are essential to maintaining resilience. Resilient individuals are able to cope well with change, and their recovery from its impact tends to be quicker. Purposefulness. Having a clear sense of purpose, clear values, drive, and direction help individuals to persist and achieve in the face of setbacks. There are strengths and limitations in how we approach each of the components. There are risks in not having enough confidence and risks in having too much. Not using your social or team support versus over-reliance. Being over-flexible in your approach can lead to mission drift, yet being too rigid can leave you missing opportunities to improve. A useful book to help give you tips on change management is Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson. He advises: anticipate change, adapt quickly to it, enjoy change, be ready to change quickly again and again. A little self-talk can often come in handy, especially during times when you're trying to reset back to the zone of tolerance. During reflection or processing what is or has happened, try some of these. This is hard, but I can get through it. I've overcome difficulties in the past. I can find a way through this too. I'll feel great about myself once this is all over. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. This is a learning process. Catch it. Bad energy, negative self-talk. Recognize how you are feeling and how others may be seeing you. Challenge it. Is this helpful to me or the team? Can I look at things differently and change my perspective? Change it. What would help me in this situation? Always try to use realistic, positive self-talk. It will help you and others get through challenging situations. So now it's time to look at some techniques to help reset that zone of tolerance and control. Placing your hand on your heart is considered a safe touch action, and even from ourselves, it acts like a trigger to release oxytocin and can help bring your entire body back into a state of calm, relaxation, and trust. Oxytocin is the neurotransmitter of the calm and connect response, and is the body's built-in mechanism to counter stress. It's the immediate antidote to the stress hormone cortisol. It's released by safe touch. It is shown to lower blood pressure. Safe touch includes hugs, holding hands, partner dancing, cuddles with pets, massage. Neuroscientists have demonstrated many times that even remembering or imagining care for someone is enough to release small but regular doses of oxytocin. Using breathing techniques such as this model can effectively and quickly help bring you back into the zone of tolerance, and therefore help avoid and reduce unnecessary psychological and emotional responses to stress. Movement can help reset your nervous system, especially after a stressful event. Soothing strategies help to reset our nervous system, acknowledging who we are, emotionally able to regulate our emotions and release them instead of letting them build up. Another technique that can be supportive is name it to tame it. Click on the link or scan the QR code to read the tarantula study and how Name It to Tame It helped participants who had a spider phobia to face their fears and reduce their fear of the tarantula. They found that describing your feelings at stressful times makes you less afraid and anxious. Invitation to practice working with thoughts and emotions in this way. Recognizing when you are going through a tough time. Perhaps practice giving yourself the same kindness, compassion you would give another person, because this can help reduce some stress and free up energy, which increases your ability to cope and your resilience. Another very effective yet simple practice is to consciously focus on the positive and expressing thankfulness. This can improve our well-being, career satisfaction, and cultivate a more positive outlook on life. 21 days of practicing gratitude can help improve mood and reduce feelings of anxiety. As we know, change, challenge, and problems are a constant in life. Learning how to approach these with a can-do, step-by-step, positive attitude will not only change you as a person, but also help you manage and be successful in other aspects of your life. Here's a list of books which we have found to be very helpful in developing both our resilience and adapting to change. We hope you find them useful too. The ELHT library should have them in. If not, you can ask to order them. The link and QR code on this slide provide access to the free Roberts & Cooper's iResilience report. The report provides a comprehensive understanding of your personal resilience and gives examples of how this could impact your response to demanding work situations. Your report allows you to build on existing areas of strength and also allows you to manage any potential areas of risk. Please use the QR code to access the Mindfulness and Soothing Strategies Staff Resource Book. This has been collated by ELHT to provide you with resources to help in your resilience management and development. Just as weather and tides continually change, so do the challenges presented to us in life. Be ready, alert, and try to develop the skills together to be able to adapt to whatever life offers you. Good luck in your journey, and thank you for listening.